Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Marissa Explains It All, the channel where we talk about beauty, skincare, crafting, and party planning. I am here today explaining the process of dermaplaning and the whys and the hows. And so if that sounds cool to you, then stick around and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers, so every vote counts. So dermaplaning is just a fancy way of saying shaving your face. So I know it sounds like a scary procedure, but it's just a way to remove some of the dead skin cells and some of the finer hairs on the surface of your skin. It has a lot of benefits to it. It is supposed to help with just making your skin smoother, making it softer, making your makeup apply better, and then just getting rid of the kind of peach fuzz if it's a little bit darker pigmented, or if you happen to have a lot of peach fuzz on your face, if you have a lot of hair. And sometimes it's really visible if it's pigmented pretty dark and you just don't want it there, and we should get rid of it. So I like to do this every month or so. Once a month I will go ahead and just do it at home. I have done this at a spa before, and they do use a different tool. So dermaplaning at home is a little bit different. They do use a scalpel, which is a different tool. I'm not going to use a scalpel on my face. So the tools that I use at home are a little bit different and a little bit more easily acquired, I would say. So one of the concerns I have heard is, well, if I shave my face, then it's going to grow back darker and thicker, right? Like leg hair. And that is just not true. So the hair on your face is called vellus. It's a very fine kind of a peach fuzz, and it does not grow back thicker or darker anyway. It really, it doesn't keep growing. It's not like once you start, it will keep growing like your hair. It's not that type of hair. It will grow to a point and then stop. Your cells know at what point the peach fuzz should stop growing, and the body is a wonderful, miraculous thing and stops there. So it's no harm to get rid of it. It's just something that makes your makeup go on better. Your face feels so smooth afterwards. It gets rid of all the dead skin cells on top, and it's just so satisfying to see like a really smooth finish. So we're gonna get up close and personal in just a minute. So stick around and I'll be right back. So I'm all prepped and I've got my nice little headscarf on, my hair is tied up, and the first thing I've done, and that you should always do, is to wash your face. And so I do wash. No need to really exfoliate too much. You will be sort of exfoliating the top layers of your skin with the tool. So let me talk about what tools we'll use before we kind of zoom in and get close. So I like to use an eyebrow razor, and I do use the Tinkle brand. So they look like this. And these are on Amazon. I'll put the link below and the price up on the screen. And they're great. They're just these little nice tiny razors. It's like a little straight razor, and you take the cap off, and then they have like a nice fine edge to them where you can go ahead and shave your face. So super easy, not difficult at all. I've seen people do this with other brands. You don't have to use this brand. It's just one that is really affordable. You get a lot in the pack. And I do tend to use a different one every time just to get like a perfectly sharp, tool. And they're affordable. If you're only doing these once a month and you get, a few in a pack, then they'll last you a while. So let us get into it. I'm going to start, now that my skin is nice and clean and it's dried, I'm going to zoom you guys in close, and this is the scary part. Well, hello there. Super close now. So I wanted to just kind of show you guys first what I mean when I say peach fuzz. I'm sure you guys already know, but if I turn to the side, you can kind of see a little bit here against, kind of silhouetted against the black of my wall. And it's just like this little fine, kind of baby hair. I don't have too terribly much of it, right? But I do have that there. Not too much on my nose. There is some redness on my face just from having, washed and then used a pore extractor to try to get rid of some of the clogged pores. But, oh, this side's scary. But you know what? This is a good example, because this is a good example of what you don't want to dermaplane over. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, in general, I don't have like a whole ton of peach fuzz. I mean, it's sort of all over your face and it's really hard to see on camera, but it is there. And especially when you get to these areas, that you just get more of the hairs that you just don't want there. So I think for me, it's mostly like here in this area. And I mean, yes, I'm Sicilian, but no, it's not a mustache. It's peach fuzz. Okay, that's gonna leave it at that. So, but you can see kind of some hairs here, just really dark hairs. And then just some of the peach fuzz around my jawline usually. So it's a little bit hard to see, but I think you guys can probably see just a faint glimmer of it. So it's all gonna go. So let's get started. So work really carefully with the razor. Obviously it's a razor, right? It's sharp, so don't cut yourself. But here is our Tinkle razor. That makes me laugh every time. So it doesn't matter where you start. You can start at any point in your face. And usually what I will do is just kind of hold my skin taut with one hand and then just kind of scoop up with the other hand. You just want to take your razor and like just kind of lay it, you know, kind of flat against your skin. You're not digging in, you're not cutting in, you're really just kind of sweeping up the side of your face, just like this, just very gently. There's no pressure needed for this. There's no need to apply any kind of pressure. And you'll see that the dead skin cells and the hairs will actually start accumulating on your razor when you get there to that point. And sometimes I'll do my little widow's peak here too, just kind of like even it out. It just depends on what kind of look you're going for. I'm really careful around my eyebrows because I wax or I will pluck, and so I'm not really interested in shaving that area, and so you have to be really careful when you're getting to that point. So there's not too much yet, just a little bit of hair. This is so gross and yet so satisfying. It does already feel very smooth in this area. So again, just kind of pull down with one hand and just sweep up there, no pressure needed, and then be very careful when going in the eyebrows. So I do go both ways, right? I'll go this way, and then you can go this way, whichever way you feel like is getting it. For these tend to go down, and so I am looking to really go up in this area. And I don't really like to tend to shave my sideburns off, if you will, too much, but kind of flatten out the jaw and get down there. It is starting to pick up more hair, which is kind of gross, but hey, also kind of satisfying because that's why we're here, right? That's why we're here. So back in focus, and I'll keep going here. So I want to make one note. When you don't need to shave around your eyes, right? There's no hair under your eyes, and so once you get to, you know, like this outer area, you can kind of stop. And I wanted to point out something for this side. So I do have some kind of active acne on this side, and you should not be going over your acne with the razor. It will irritate it more, and you know, could also cut open your acne. So just go around it. So I know I've showed you a lot of grossness, but y'all, look at this. This was on my face. That's so intense. I don't like that at all. So please shave your face. The other thing I like to do is actually get under the chin too. That is actually surprisingly a spot that a lot of little peach fuzz grows. Don't be afraid to do a couple passes just to make sure that you got all of the areas, but just understand that it is exfoliating, so don't do it too long or too much because you don't want to kind of strip your skin, especially for people who have dry skin, rosacea, acne prone skin. It just can tend to be a little bit irritating. I feel these things all over. So now that you are fuzz free, go ahead and wash your face just with a cleanser, and then I would avoid exfoliation for another maybe day or two, just until your skin kind of gets back to healing. But that's pretty much it, and then you're ready to moisturize. Make sure you moisturize after that because, again, you have taken off some dead skin cells and all the hair, but it should help your makeup go on smoother. It should help with acne scarring, theoretically, just taking off the top layer of your skin. It shouldn't really cause irritation. It does feel really nice. It just feels really smooth that first day, like that baby soft kind of skin. And then you will feel it grow in after a few days or so. You'll kind of feel it kind of start to grow in. And, you know, again, you can shave every couple weeks if you wanted to. I just do it once a month. So that is it. So let me know if you have questions or comments or thoughts in the tutorial. I'd love to hear them. And again, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time with more tutorials. Thanks, guys.